first live video, I guess you could say episode, if you will, and all that. Decided I would do this instead of constantly making video after video after video, because it does get a bit tedious. So, I mean, do bear with me, because I had to, I had to, set this up, and apparently my, what is it? Oh, look, bear with me now. I don't know what's going on with this. Oop. So, rotate device back. I don't know what's going on. So, yeah, apparently it's easier for me just to do it this way, and I didn't realize, there we go. I didn't realize I could go live. I thought I had to wait till I had a certain amount of subscribers and stuff like that. So so when I saw it, I was like, all right, cool. I'll just go live. So what we're gonna do today is we're going to, come on. You could tell this thing doesn't want to work with me. So like I said, just bear with me if you guys can. I'm going to be changing the trem block on the Jackson here. And it's a 30. Oh, crap. See, that's why I don't like this thing so much. So, like I said, just bear with me. This is going to be a little bit of a rocky beginning here. So I'll probably just move this. See, it won't even let me do it the way I want to. Yeah, because my original stand I had, it went to crap, so I'm having to kind of deal with this right now. So, like I said, bear with me. I'll get through it. Well, I'll get through it. So, this little piece right here, because there's already a Floyd Rose. Oh, let me see. See, so this right here, this little 32 millimeter piece I'm putting in there. And the problem is you have to completely take everything apart. But the nice thing is I was like, oh, I got the trem holder and all that. And you got to take the trem piece off. So it's just one of those, it is what it is. And like I said, if I apologize if the camera falls and all that, so I'll have to go back and forth. So it's just one of those sit back, take it easy kind of thing, and we'll just kind of go from here. So first things first, let's detune the guitar, take the strings off, and we'll go from there. So hopefully everyone had a good Thanksgiving. I had my Thanksgiving, last weekend and all that, because, family members work at retail, so, they don't, retail doesn't recognize, holidays, so it is what it is, but it's nice to be able to not have to, not to have to worry about people coming and bothering you and stuff like that, so I can focus on, work like this and whatnot. But anyway, so first thing you want to do is what I like to do is trem block the first thing. So let's make this a little bit easier. And if you ever get a chance, just go on eBay. These things are like $3-4. Yeah, you might have to wait a little bit because it's from China, but you wait 3 weeks. It's better than spending the ridiculous amounts of money. And it's the same exact thing that you would get on StewMac. Literally the same exact thing. All right, so let's get this set up a little bit here first. So take off the cavity plate. I just don't need this right now. And you'll notice with guitar maintenance, it's really simplistic stuff. Common sense, really, too. And I'm on my phone, so if you're sending comments and stuff, I apologize. I can't see it at this moment right now. And I've never gone live with YouTube, so I'll get to your comments when I get a chance, and I apologize if I'm not seeing them right away. So, but definitely welcome to the first live episode, viewing, whatever you're supposed to call it. This was something I decided to do because I'm so far behind on my videos, and I'm supposed to make what is it, the excuse me, the growth sound test and all that, and I'm so burnt out lately. I'm sure you guys understand what that's like, just being burnt. It's like I don't, having to fire up the rig and whatnot, and come on. Oh, well, that's not good. I don't want ink everywhere. Come on. And if there's a video or kind of tip or something like that you guys want to see or have questions on, by all means, put them in there, and I have no problem doing it. I'm actually working on getting some more fretting tools because I'm gonna completely refret the guitar. That I'll just get rid of it because there's a guitar in my collection I really just can't stand. I hate it, and I hate saying that I hate a guitar. So this doesn't want to work. Jeez Louise, this thing is not one to work. So, do the next best thing. Come on. Okay, so I don't know if you guys have a iFixit kit, but these things are amazing. I've had this for a few years now, and like you can do so much with it. It gets you out of a jam. Come on. There we go. There we go. So I'll be also EMI taping everything off here soon because I don't like when companies just use the paint. It doesn't work that well. And you can see here, see if I can get a better shot here. So that's what I'll be replacing. And the silver, why I go with brass over silver is a lot brighter, and I prefer a little bit more warmth and all that. And Eddie Van Halen, look at him, he used brass, and it was a lot more warmth in the tone. So I'd rather have that than constantly having the same tone and all that stuff. So that's why I'm going this route. I can't stand having the same tones and guitars having the same sound. It's just like at that point you just stop buying the same guitars, and that's why I mod and all that stuff. And that's why I recommend people modding their guitars, because why would you want to sit there and buy 30, not 30, but 5 of the same guitars and all that? That's why I get upset and frustrated after a while with guitars, and it's like, all right, well, this one's boring, I'm going to get rid of it and all that. So I mean, that's pretty much what happens, and there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, I go off the 1 year deal. Like, if you haven't played it, haven't touched it, things like that, it's not worth keeping. I mean, there's guitars now that, I mean, I make sure I play every one of my guitars each day, and I practice for a minimum of 4 hours a day. So there we go. Let's see. Make sure the fine tuners are doing well. Yep, there we go. And the one guitar, I'm going to do a video on it. I'm actually probably just going to sell it off because I can't stand it. It's not a good guitar, and I'm going to probably sell that off with my pedal board. So we'll see how that goes. So what we're going to do too is, after we change the trem block on here, or in the process of changing the trem block, we're going to completely condition the fretboard. Walk you guys through that, and I'll show you how you guys don't want to overdo it, because if you change your strings all the time and you're cleaning your fretboard all the time, you're actually going to do yourself a disservice, because the tangs underneath, you know, in the fretboard, because the fret goes like this, and then you have little tangs that grip on there and catch inside the fretboard so they stay. Well, if you constantly keep putting, you know, lemon oil and all that, it's gonna widen out the fretboard because you're making it so thin and wet. It's gonna pop the frets out, and that's how you're gonna have fret issues. So you want to clean your fretboard out like once every 3 months. I mean, that's pretty much the rule of thumb, because you don't want to clean it all the time. It's really weird. It's like computers and stuff like that. You really got to take your time with it. You don't always, if you're have a tremolo guitar and you don't play it and it's been a few months, detune it a full step, because then you're not going to hurt the neck. And if you're traveling up altitudes, you detune it a full step, a half a step to a full step. So there's a lot of crazy stuff when it comes to guitars, but a lot of people don't pay attention to that. They just go and think it's okay, and then they bring it to people like me, and I'm like, what the hell did you do? So it's a lot of stuff that goes on. So let's see. Okay, we're almost ready to go here. Make this easier on myself. Okay. And in case anyone's wondering, we're gonna do regular slinky, because I've kind of switched to Ernie ball over the past few years because they have better gauges that I can go through it. Because I used to use DR, and that's where we're at now. Okay, so it's time to have some fun, party people. All right, tech heads. Tech heads, let's go. Sounds like Thundercats. Ayo! Alrighty. Good thing my cats aren't around right now. They'd be jumping around trying to attack my strings. Oh. There's that one. And no, I don't have one of those string winder things. I'm old school. I just do it by hand. And I don't do the Gibson knot. I cannot stand when people hand me a guitar that has the Gibson knots and the wind. That's horrible practice for tuning your guitar, because that actually doesn't, it's horrible stability for tuning. And a real tech will actually tell you, don't do it like that. And don't, another thing too, I'm just trying to give everyone tips who really wants to do the professional thing and all that. Don't, come on, let's get up there a little bit. Don't be lazy and leave the ball end of the string. Oh, there we go. It flipped. See, that's the problem with my stand and all that. Come on. Oh, this is gonna be a headache just because I touched it. It's such a pain in the ass. Come on. We can do it. We can get it. I swear. Oh, crap. All right, I think that's going to hold. I apologize for that. So, probably want to move that a little over here. So, I've noticed people are coming and going and stuff like that, but you know what happens. You're going to go live and people want to hurry. Well, I take my time, and I'm one of those techs that I'm going to walk you through it, and I'm not going to rush it, because that's how you have poor jobs. And I do apologize for the camera and all that. I'm gonna have to get a makeshift thing going here so it actually stays properly. And at least too, with this, people can come back and watch it and all that fun stuff. So let me take off the strings here. So here's a question for all my tech heads. What is your favorite guitar, meaning body style, bridge setup, and tuning, as well as what kind of pickup set arrangement configurations do you like? Humbuckers, single coils, you know, stuff like that. And do you like to modify your own guitars? You know, tell me what's going on and all that stuff. I know, like, I put a lot of stuff in my descriptions because I like to be descriptive, but, you know, I want to hear from everyone because I like talking guitars with my guitar people. And I got my cats walking around me now. All right, so strings are off. Next step, we're going to be taking the trem off now. So the trem will be coming off, and it's not going to take that long, but we will be, because where it's at, it doesn't take long to get it off. It's, because see, I got to take the springs off, which isn't hard. And then from there, we just gotta, there's 3 screws that are holding this together, and we just take the 3 screws out, put it back in, boom, we're good to go. So, and just having to remember where everything's put at, yeah, that's it. So, alrighty, so here we go. And then after that, it's time to clean it up and go from there. So, and where's the brass block at? I always have this problem. I lose something that's right in front of me. Oh, it's right here. So, and again, this little brass block weighs a ton. And of course, I hit something. Ugh, I'm getting tired of this thing. I'll get it fixed. I don't know why it's doing this, but all right. You gotta love when your stuff just decides to mess up. Okay. All right. So it's time to do our thing. And the smart thing to do, if you don't want to play a guessing game, just mark off right there, so you don't have to guesstimate and all that, because I'm leaving this in drop D, because all my guitars are in a different tuning. So what I'll do here, this just makes life easier for you. And I do apologize for the camera angles, everybody. Like, I can't do anything about that. Like, everything is just rigged up. I'm gonna have to go and buy a different thing for this. So, and it sucks because I actually had a lot of people in here at one time. But it is what it is. If they're not gonna stay, they're not gonna stay. All right. So right there, what I did is I masked it, so at least I already know where it's at. Doesn't make it a headache for me. And then you're just gonna, which is nice about this, is these screws in the Jackson aren't horrible. So hopefully that the do isn't a copywritten thing, or I'm screwed. So anyone check out any new music, any bands, stuff like that? Because that'd be cool if you guys have any recommendations as well. I always like hearing new metal, not like new metal, like Korn and stuff like that. Like I love that kind of metal as well, but I've been getting into a lot more tech death and, you know, stuff like that. Come on. I'm getting there, almost. Ooh, and that doesn't even, it feels like zinc. So I think I'm actually upgrading this a lot better than, oh, so, see, there we go. Taking that out. So we got 1, 2, ooh. Okie dokie. So springs are out. That's good. See, not even breaking a sweat here. Of course, did I leave it under there? Keep moving the damn thing. All right, so let me get the brass block and then we can move forward. Okay, well, it fell out. Oh, the guitar's light as hell now. So basically, there you go. You get the trim out. I gotta remember where I put the thing. Oh, Oh, come on. I know it's right around here. So far, here we go. We got this out. We just got to take the Floyd Rose piece out of here, and then we're good to go. Put it back in and start shredding. I just had to find where I put the damn piece at. Oh, it's right here. So here we go. It's time to start. So I believe I have to take off. Yep. There's another way to do it. Nope. So you got to take off each one of the saddles. And that's fun. I think with all the Allen wrenches, I'd already have it. going tool hunting. There we go. Good Lord. And this is where it gets tedious. You got to remember where everything went without, you know, causing a headache and losing parts. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, let's try to see if we can remember that. Let's see. I really don't want to have to try to intonate this again. Yeah, this is what you got to do just to get your just to upgrade your tremolo. I mean, it's pretty cool though that Jackson's doing that. I mean, they're adding Floyd Rose parts to it. But this alone, this brass block alone weighs as much as the tremolo. So that's how much weight I'm adding to this. Come on. Let's see where we're at. Oh, okay. This is what we'll do. Yep, what a headache. At least I don't have to take off the bottom one, so look at that. I have to take it out like that. Oh, what a way to spend a Saturday afternoon. But I gotta say, the Jackson has to be, the Grote, the Jackson, the new H string, the Tario, that thing is amazing. Like, I think even the Grote, the fact they got it for $100 for how it is and whatnot, like I think I'm just gonna start sticking with those kind of guitars because there's no other company that can compete with those. And I actually have had access to some really good companies, especially playing for local companies and stuff like that. But honestly, I don't even care about having access to certain local companies anymore. I'd rather just play what feels good. And the Grote, like honestly, having a roasted neck and all that other stuff, I highly recommend those. And I have a John Petrucci, and it's a great guitar. I'm not talking anything bad about the Truch, but the Grote just sounds amazing, and I'm pretty happy with it. Last one, and then we can put the brass block on. And then you could take the zinc piece, the Floyd Rose, because it's not silver, It's just a higher graded C. It's not even what I thought it was, because it's just a, and this weighs the same as this brass block, so that blows my mind. So now it's going to have more of that eddy tone, which is cool. And I have to honestly admit that 8-string, if you guys get a chance to pick that up, that's probably gonna be your best $250 you'll ever spend on an extended range guitar. Like the action I got, low, no issues. And I'm staying in standard F sharp tuning on that guitar, and I was completely blown away. Even the pickups, the bell cap pickups, are designed after what is it, the bare knuckles. So yeah, I highly recommend if anyone's interested in checking out the what is it called? It was going by G Style, but they go by Terrian now or something like that. Oh shit. So okay, let me go like that. So I go under that. So here we go. There's that, and then there's that. And of course I dropped something. So no more this. This will be going on another guitar because I'm going to build another guitar. I'm going to build a guitar this coming year. This is very time consuming, more than I thought it would be. Make sure I get it on right. I think it goes like that. Yep, yep, that's like that. Because it has to. Maybe. So last thing I want to do is put this on wrong and have to redo it again. think that's it, but I'm not sure. I think it's going more like this. Kind of got to go with my gut instinct on this one. Let me try it like this first. Watch, if I get this right the first time, I'll be happy. I think I got it. Oh, that's awesome. There we go. Yep, that's it. So, there we go. Ah, it's still fighting me. This is going to be one of the longest videos I've made. Yeah, but there's nothing wrong with that. Perfect. Oh, crap. All right, so almost there. I got one more to go. And when it comes to upgrading stuff too, you just got to take your time. You don't want to rush it, because the one thing you always got to remember, you can't rush perfection. So, I think that looks cool already. So I just got to tighten it up, but look at that. Oh, that looks badass. I'm definitely going to invest into a camera so I can not use my phone for this kind of stuff, because this is a pain. That doesn't seem right. Yeah, that needs to be fixed. Son of a bitch. I thought I had it. I'm not worried at all. All right. So it goes underneath. I was thinking about putting, I don't know what, Bellcat, wrong company. I don't know what bare knuckles to put in the 8 strings. I want a lot of clarity, but it already has a lot of clarity in it, so it's like one of those, what do I do? If it already has clarity, it's... All right, let's put that through there. All righty. I can't wait to hear this thing when I do dive bombs. So I have a nice sized brass block on one of my vapor guitars, and that thing sounds just amazing. Of course. Come on. And when it comes to the blocks and stuff like that, it's pretty much preference. Some people like the, higher end sound and all that. Like, you'll hear the highs a little bit more and the squeals. I mean, you really got to have the ear for it to really to really hear it. That's not trashing anybody or not, but brass gives you more of a warmth tone to it, and that's why, and it has a little bit more weight to it. So that's why I usually go for the brass. I mean, most people are like, why would you want to add weight? And it's like, well, that's kind of like what I like. And that's why I go that route. That, and being a Van Halen fan, this is something I kind of gravitate towards. And I have a brass claw and screws, and that helps out too. And for some reason, the tuning stability just works out a lot better. It's just a lot stronger than the silver crap. That for some reason just doesn't seem right. See, it's not, it doesn't seem right, especially since when I pulled it out. Oh. I'm gonna flip it one more time, and then we'll go and set it up. Yeah, I had it right the first time. Oh well, live and learn. Yeah, I apologize for all this. So, see, this is what I didn't see that piece, so that's why I'm like, what the hell? So, obviously, it's not going to go like that, so. Come on. Oh, shit. That's why. The fine tuner's stuck. And this is how you fix that. Almost 20 years doing tech work, and I've seen it all, I've done it all, and it never ceases to amaze me. All right. He's just not wanting to cooperate with me. Come on. Yeah, it looks like that's... Can't really do too much else with it. There we go. I'm not really too worried about it. This is like, I like that. It's going to be a really long video. And here we go. Then we got to put the saddles back on. Then we got to string it. Yeah, we'll put the strings, springs, and all that fun stuff. Oh yeah, see, it works. It goes down. But I have noticed that the piece is actually worn out, so I might actually have to buy a whole new trem piece. So no worries. No worries at all. Oh yeah, okay. So on to the next part. Oh shit. Yeah, be careful, you don't want the string blocks to fall out. So then it's just putting it all back together. It's like Humpty Dumpty, but you can't actually put it back together again. Okay, there's that. I was trying to put the Allen wrench in there. Jesus criminy, I need a nap. So, see, starting out. And two, when you do stuff like, just another tip, I'm sure, I mean, everyone has their own ways of doing stuff. When you take things out, try to put it in the order you take it out at. I mean, it's just like little common sense stuff. And a lot of people ask, how did I learn how to do tech work and all that? I bought a book, and then when I would take my stuff in to the shop and all that, the shop owner was pretty cool, and he would teach me some of the things and all that. So I was lucky enough to learn as I was paying for the you know, the repairs and all that. So then I just started going with the flow kind of thing, and I was like, I'm tired of paying for all these repairs, so I just said screw it and started working on them. And because I'm a firm, and I try to help out everyone that comes through the shop and all that, because I believe everyone should know how to work on their guitars. Oh, come on. What the hell? And see, that's what happens when you have crappy stuff. I don't know what's going on with this today. Seems to be my luck. Let's see if I can. Ha! I just thought of something. Wants to keep falling? I'm going to tape the damn thing. Just give me a sec. I'll get this. Come on. You got this. Oh, this is frustrating. Sorry, I'm taping my phone a little bit better so it doesn't fall. And it's still falling. I think I know what to do. All right, I'm gonna have to do it that way. Sorry about this, guys. It's not what I planned on. All right, so let's see, did I get that in there enough? Come on. Yeah, you definitely want to make sure these are all up properly because saddles won't go in. Go. Then feel really bad. Like most of the time here, I spent fighting the freaking camera. I guess that's part of it. If people don't like it, I don't know what to tell. You know, it is what it is. Three down, three to go. Do, do, do. There we go. And remember, when you tighten things up on guitars, think of it even with. I'm certified in computers as well, which to me is a useless fucking certification. Excuse the language. But when you tighten things up, you make it wrist tight, meaning you tighten it is with your wrist, as tight as your wrist to lay it. But I mean, you don't go, crank it till you hear metal bending and all that. So you usually tighten it with your hand. You go here and you just get it as far as you can with your wrist, and like, oh, it stopped. That's basically it. And I have a little price listing if you're in the Arizona area and you want to get some work done. I have a small price list and a description of what I charge. I know that I raised my prices a little bit because I started getting slammed with work and all that, and I was taking the rest of the year off, but I get bored, so I decided to start back up. And yeah, so setups, all setups are $50. Doesn't matter about the bridge type. You supply your own strings. It takes me about an hour tops on all guitars. And yep, the fretwork's explained and the prices are explained in the fretwork. So if you're interested, email me. My email is inside the description in YouTube, and we can go from there. Ugh, I keep forgetting that the thing's over there. So here we go so far. This is where we're at. We got that cool looking Floyd Rose emblem. Then comes the fun part of putting it all back together. Or, well, I am putting it all back together, but, stringing and making sure everything's where it's at. Nope, we're about to hit an hour in 3, 2, 1, an hour. Woohoo! And see, if you're watching this and you think tremolos are so complicated and this, and that, they're as complicated as you want to make them. They're not that complicated. I actually prefer trem systems over string through bodies. String through bodies I cannot stand. They're a headache. They get stress cracks quicker. I don't like them. So let's see. Tighten, tighten, tighten. Ooh, yeah. So here we go. There we go. Party people, she's on. Look at it. Look at how gorgeous that is compared to this. The stock, the new. All right, time to put her back together. Put her back on. Show you. You know, I'm actually going to do the springs differently this time. I'm going to put them straight because I can get a better tuning system out of that. Oh, yeah. Now comes the fun part of fighting the trim system, getting her back up. Where are we at? Okay, so there we go. So you see we have that right up there. So we're gonna do something a little different now. We're gonna get on this end. So we got different cloths. We got fretboard, body, cleaner, fretboard. Ugh. Well, and it's a good thing that we're doing this anyway because she needed a fresh set of strings and a cleaning because, yeah, it's been a little bit. So I will be actually selling my pedal board and one of my guitars here. I'll be throwing it up on Craigslist. I'm pretty sure you guys might be interested in it. Oh, let's get that Jackson logo cleared off because this is the king of metal guitars in my opinion. So maple fretboards, these things will pop once they're clean. And when they're dirty, you can tell because they get really dingy. So see, let's see. Can't see it yet, but you will. And why do I use Dunlop instead of just buying regular lemon oil and all that? Lemon seed oil, right? Lemon oil. Well, there's a couple of reasons why they put a little bit extra stuff in here to clean it, and it's you can control it more because you don't want it to come flying out and all that. And like I was explaining earlier, you don't want the tangs to get saturated with lemon oil because they'll pop out and then you have problems. And then you might think, oh, my new guitar is broken. And then it's like, no, you over saturated the fretboard. And I've had that happen. And I've lost really good guitars because ones I really wanted, the company or the individual decided they knew what was better for the guitar and they just decided to oversaturate because they wanted the guitar to pop constantly. It's like, well, it'll pop, just stop screwing with it. So, guitars are tools, they're not toys. And that's what people don't understand. They're not supposed to always, you know, if you want something to stare at, go buy a painting. So, as you can see on here, I got it popping big time just with the Dunlop, and I haven't even wiped it down. I can already tell a huge difference. So, let's start. And then don't rush it either because you want to make sure it gets in there a little bit and you're cleaning out the gunk. See, I'm already catching a bunch of stuff off of it. Wait till I show you what I'm pulling off. And you'd be like, wow, I didn't even know he was pulling that off. My recommendation for cleaning the fretboard, like I was stating, once every 3 months. I mean, you can do it once every other month if you're a heavy player. But I mean, I play a minimum of 3 to 5 hours a day. And my boards and all that are solid. I don't have bowing or nothing like that. Ooh, that one was bad. Because the one guitar I really want to get is a Jackson Warrior. I've wanted that one for God knows how long. And it doesn't even have to have a tremolo. That's how much I want one. And I want a Jackson Kelly again. Yeah. There's not a lot of guitars out there anymore that really pop at me. It's not a 7-string, extended range, or stuff like that. I'm really not interested. I'm not into like the Fishman pickups either. Other people are into Fishman. I think Fishman's like meh because I've had them before. They're not bad or anything like that. It's just I'm just not really big on them. I like Duncans and hearing other new age pickups that people are putting out because you hear so much more. And I'd rather create something with something new rather than, oh, I'm going to use the same thing as so and so and all that. It's like, well, why don't you just go use your own style instead of I want to sound like him. But to each their own. I'm not gonna. I've been doing this 25 years and doing the tech work stuff for 17, 18 years. So, I don't. I'm not gonna tell someone you suck or anything like that. Since people are gonna do what they do, I'm just here to help people out with helping them learn the trade because this is a dying trade. Ooh. All right, so there's what I got off with just a little bit of Dunlop 65 fretboard cleaner. And just to show you, this is how much it pops now. I mean, look at that. It's beautiful. Just beautiful. And I never used to be into maple fretboards, and you can see the figuring and all that. Yeah, it's gorgeous. Let's make sure I get it all real quick. And see, this kind of stuff you're seeing now, this is what I do when I do setups and stuff. I really get in there and make it work. So now another thing to do, a lot of people don't do, is when you're going to clean the headstock, you want to do that before you string, because a lot of people do it after they string, and yeah, no, that's how you get water spots. This right here, I love this. I've had this for a couple years. It's like half full now, and I have 9 guitars, so you can imagine how much I use this. Come on, there we go. Go. Okay. And another tech tip you're going to see here in a second. A lot of people don't do, especially when it comes to Floyd's. Oh yeah, gorgeous. Is this. Here, 10 millimeter wrench. Go to your, yep, see, your tuning pegs. Oh yeah, these really needed it. That right there will cure most of your tuning problems. And remember, 10 millimeters. That's what you need for your tuning pegs. So now, you guys know. Hello, sir. I played Ibanez for 20 years till I got my Schecter Banshee. I'll never go back. You got my sub. Oh, well, thank you. I appreciate it. Well, thank you, Blur. Yeah, Schecter. I played Schecter a couple times. I wasn't a big fan. I mean, if you play Schecter, you're basically playing ESP because Schecter, the owner of ESP, actually bought Schecter and started it, so you're playing an ESP. But yeah, when it comes to cleaning the guitars and all that, you're just saving the, you're saving the wood and all that. It's like, if you clean anything, I would clean the neck over the body. I mean, unless you have like a really good quilt top and stuff like this and whatnot. The reason I have the gold here is I put a push pull. So it was weird because the way this works is the company that sold me the push pull, it was backwards. So I actually, to turn it up, you have to reverse it. So yeah, very weird. And I want to welcome you too. This is my first doing it live out of all the years I've been doing this. The next live one I'm going to do, it's going to be testing. Here, I'll show you guys. It's going to be doing sound tests. First sound test I'm going to do is on the Groat. This thing was $100 on sale from Amazon, and it's normally $169, and it has a toggle switch. You can basically have it turn into single coils and whatnot. And then the next sound test I'm going to do after that is on this beast, Tario 8-string. And these right here, the company, as I was talking about it earlier, they go for $220 the 8-string. And, oh, thank you. I appreciate that. It goes for $220 for the 8-string, $200 for the 7, and $180 for the 6. Here's just so I can show you. Just take a little break. There's 25-year-old Ibanez 7, John Petrucci, JP6 or 60, Ibanez RG, what is it, RG450DX, heavily modified with the John Petrucci pickup. what else do I have? And this, like all the guitars I have, I've modified. So it has the Seymour Duncan, um, God, what is that? The ones with the big, the Invaders. So, and then what else? This is the company I play for, Vapor, and I completely customized this thing. So everything on here has been completely customized. So the pick guard was completely brand new, and I made it green. Has a very like almost a 5 pound brass block in it, and the tuning stability is. I actually made this like this was my replica of Eddie Van Halen, and this is the guitar I'm actually going to be selling as another Vapor, but I can't stand it. I just don't like the way it plays. But and then to finish off the stuff, that's my pedal board I'm selling with all the Vapor delay, Vapor fuzz, phaser, all that stuff. And the reason I'm selling it is because I got the Line 6, um, preamp, and I'm going through almost a full stack here. So that's basically it. This is the first time I've actually got to show off the collection and whatnot. So I'm glad you enjoy it, and I appreciate the the comments and all that. So, well, what strings do you use? See, there's so it's time to put on. Let's see, do I want to do drop D? Yeah, I'll do drop D. So here we go. 10 to 46. Bam. And the first string is going on. Do, 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 do. Oh, nice. I heard a lot of good stuff about the positive grid, or the spark and all that. I was thinking about picking one up, but I have so many pieces of gear. It's ridiculous. Yeah, dude, I haven't played out in forever myself. The whole band thing anymore is just it's ridiculous. So I really don't have a desire. I mean, I want to play out. I've already started. I have the 3-song demo I created on my own. It just I have to master it, and then it comes the whole do I want to play live? Do I not want to play live? And then it's just like I enjoy playing guitar. I enjoy making music, and I like doing this. I keep hearing the same thing too. Like it's got tones for days and stuff like that. It's like I'm almost tempted just to go buy one. And I completely understand about having to sell half stacks and stuff like that for money and whatnot. It's like, I don't know about you. I have to have real amps. I can't do the whole plugins and stuff like that they're doing nowadays. It's just being old school and stuff. It's like my birthday's in a couple weeks, and I can't do the using a computer to have my tones. I mean, I'll do it if it's a recording thing, but I can't do that whole fake amp stuff. Oh, nice. It has a built-in looper. See, that's the one thing I've been wanting to get is a looper. So what do you think? Quick question, Blur. You think I should do these what is it? These live things once a week? Here's one of my texts. Okay, cool. Yeah, okay. Well, then the next one I will do the sound test on the Groat. Since I've been having issues, it's just, I'm disabled, so it's like having to get the time and with my spinal cord the way it is, it would be easier for me to do stuff like this instead of having to edit and do all that other crap. Oh, no, not a problem, man. I mean, it's not like you can't watch and go back. I mean, I have almost 5 years worth of videos to teach you how to do things and whatnot, because that's the reason I started this channel, is because I didn't like the way other people were presenting how to work on guitars. It was like a couple minute videos. I'm like, you're not really going in depth and explaining why and how they're to fix the instrument. So that's why I'm doing this the way it is. I mean, it would be nice to make a few bucks off of it because I made a donation thing, but this is like a hobby for me too. So I'm gonna make a Patreon to where it's like $1 a month, and then it's gonna be like people request, for an extra $1, I'll do this video. So that's gonna be more for the beginning of the year. Like, hey, how do I approach this? Or, what's a good way to do this? And yeah, it's just stuff like that. Now you got me all interested in that spark. Now I can't get out of my head. Oh, well, yeah, it must be. It popped up in your recommended. Damn, that's pretty cool. Yeah, I've been busting my ass on this. Yeah, I cuss, so they can get over it. That's why I make it not for kids. I get like, no joke. If you look at, I'm trying to get the partnership, but I can't get. I just got up to like 613 subs, and I can't get. I'm trying to get to 3,000 hours and all that, but I can't get past like a certain amount, and it's a headache because you see all these other channels, and it's just like these people aren't doing anything. It's like I'm busting my ass working on guitars and stuff. There's like some days I'll do like 18, 19 hours worth of tech work, and I'll film some of it, and it's just like I'll get like a few views. Then there's other days I'll do some work, and then it's like 3,000 views, but then no one will sub. That's the headache of YouTube. Come on. There we go. And I apologize, my cat's just all over the place. Good, good. Yeah, this is I'm not easily offended either. I come from a military family, so you can imagine all the things I've heard. And I'm cussing left and right as it is, so it's like I try to watch it just so that they don't screw me on my algorithms. But I mean, to be honest with you, I do all right on here. I mean, like when it comes to views and stuff like that, I do not bad. I do all right. Wow, I spokes gooder. it's just, how people on YouTube, they won't sub to you. I'm not saying you, but I'm just saying in general, like most of the time people just watch and not sub. It's like, that's the headache. It's like, if I could have over 1,000 or more people on subs, but they just don't do it. But I mean, it is what it is. It's like I said, being on disability gives you something to do. Okay, yeah, raise these up a little bit more. And if you have a tremolo and all that too, another thing I've noticed, you could do Hooke's Law. I don't know if you know that, but I'll explain that in a different video. But I've noticed keeping the spring, and this is after a few years, if you keep the spring straight, you can actually get more room with the screws and stuff like that. So especially if you're doing thicker strings. So, I mean, I don't know what your forte is on tunings and whatnot. All right, you gotta get down. You're not helping. She's always getting in the way. Not much left. Do. And here's the G. Out of all the guitars you have, which one is your favorite one that you have right now, or the one you play the most? Oh, you stopped with the Floyds, huh? Have you tried the 2-point systems? Those are really good. The ones that's on the Petrucci and all that, those are just like amazing. It's like what the Floyds should have been years ago. And all you got to, if you get that because what's on the Petrucci and all that, you can dive bomb for days and it's just insane. Oh wait, the Schecter one you were talking about, right? The one you just got. Yeah, I highly, if you ever get a chance to try them, definitely go for it because they stay in tune. You can dive bomb forever, and they usually have locking tuners at the top. And here, let me show you real quick. So here's the Petrucci, and yeah, I absolutely love this thing. And chameleon color. Yeah, I was kind of leery at first because I was like, I don't know how that's gonna sound, and then I've been doing all kinds of wacky stuff with it. But I'm just one of those people. I love guitar, so I haven't tried the Evertune bridge, but I heard that they're like absolutely heavy. So it's like, yeah, I already have back problems as it is. I don't want to get one of those and add to it. Oh, it's also too like I encourage because I call the my subs tech heads, because everyone deserves to have their sub people called something. I encourage everyone to like throw out ideas of what they would like to see, or if they have questions or anything like that. If they need help with a certain repair or they want to learn something, I always recommend say, hey, can you do this? Can you show us this? Because I've been doing this so long, I have no problem showing and doing a video on it or a live stream or I could even do a Q&A stream for everybody. So I'm going to be doing an interview here soon with my old mentor guitar buddy that you guys are actually going to be shocked who it is. So I'm not going to release the name yet. So I've known him since I was 15, and I'll be 40 here in a couple weeks. Yeah, I heard the Evertune was just a damn headache. And I was like, well, why would you spend that kind of money? But then again, people say that Floyd Roses are a headache, and I don't, I don't, I don't understand why they say it's a headache. I actually learned guitar on Floyd Roses, so I guess it really just depends on the player. You know what? I might do a live thing tomorrow. Oh, dude, passive pickups are where they're at, and you have Lundgren. Oh, that's some of the ones I've been wanting to try too. Because I want to put, dude, if I could get Lundgren for my 8 string, then I would definitely have the Meshuggah tone. I want to get what is it, the bare knuckles, because that 8 string I have that I showed you and all that, the pickups that they have, they're actually reverse engineered bare knuckle pickups. So I was thinking to myself, I was like, huh, well, if that's like that, I can always try bare knuckle, because they seem to be getting a really great reputation throughout the metal community, and they voice them very well. Because I'm not really big into active pickups. I like passive. I want to hear the wood. Do you know? Are you familiar with a lot of bare knuckle pickups, like ones that you would recommend me checking out for an 8 string or something like that? Because I know nothing about it. And you would think with the amount of years I have in the industry that I would know some about it, but for one, living in Arizona, I can't find bare knuckle pickups anywhere. It's, I'm a Seymour Duncan guy, but I like DiMarzio as well, but it's so hard to find anything that isn't, the flavor of the month kind of thing and all that. Because I like how they have clarity in their sound. Like, they actually voice them a lot better than I thought they would. If it's not just go 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 go, they have a better mid range cut. Where are you going? Trying to attack the guitar, kitty? One more string to go. Yeah, they do sound great. And it's really hard to find. I know Schecter has some with bare knuckles, but finding that model, they're usually like $900 to like $1,400. I know if you go on, I'm trying to think of the company that I got it through. Oh, Harley Benton. That company, I've gotten the one cab I have here, that 212 you saw. I've had that imported from them, and they sell a lot of their guitars with bare knuckles. But the import cost is just ridiculous through them. Like, I had to pay, it was like almost $80 just to pay the import cost. But they'll give you free shipping if you spend over, I think it was, God, $700. It's like, I don't want to spend all that money just to get free shipping. But I mean, I got a Gator case for $50 or $40. I mean, the price difference out there is a little crazy. I mean, Frankfurt, Germany is where you get them from. Yep, exactly. They're from Sweden. Yep. I mean, honestly, a lot of the great metal stuff is all from Europe anyway. Like, America makes really great guitars. Europe makes really great amps. They make really great pickups. Even cases. They make amazing cases. Their guitars, it just depends on the company. Like they're like Harley. I've had a Harley Benton 8-string. It was an amazing guitar. And I think I only spent like, I think it was like $200. And I put an EMG 808X on it, and that thing was insane. And a kill switch. I just went wild with it. I was like, I'm gonna put all kinds of stuff in it. I don't give a damn. All right, now I got the joy of fixing this thing back up. Ooh, she's all fresh looking. There we go. So, strings are on, which is good. I gotta go get the tuner. Clean up real quick. I've had that block for, God, a little over a month now, and I've just been lazy. It's like I've had so much stuff to do. Whew. Next fine. And I take off all the truss rod covers on my guitars because I can't stand truss rod covers. Just because I'm always working on the guitars, so it's the pain in the ass. Okay, so now like I did before, you guys remember, I marked up there, so I kind of had a guide. We're going to raise her up. Oh, definitely, man. It was great meeting you as well. Definitely check out the other videos, brother. I'll make another live video tomorrow, and it'll be the sound test of the Groat and or the H-string. I'm around constantly. I make videos probably 6-7 times a week. You take care as well, buddy. All right, now I gotta get the tuner and tune her up because it's that time. Let's see where I'm at. So stretching out the strings because that's what you got to do. Makes life easier. Wow, we're pushing the 2-hour mark. All right, tuning up. A. Getting there. Good old drop D. Can't go wrong. Come on. Oh, just got to tighten it up a little bit more. Let's see where she's at now. I definitely got to get new 2032 batteries. Come on. Ooh. Almost. flush, almost. Come on. Oh, I hate that sound. Just double check. I think we got it flushed. Oh, we did. And there we go, party people. She's all tuned up. Just gotta wash the body up, we'll clean the body up, and she's good to go. We now have a drop D set up with the brass block, Floyd Rose status, with time taken. I have to admit, this sounds so much better. It's a little bit heavier, but yeah, and I even changed the spring setup, which plays a lot smoother. So I mean, you know, having it over here, and when I'm bending the bar, you know, it's like wow, wow, wow. Yeah, barely. Yeah, I love this thing. And yeah, like I said, the brass block, huge upgrade. I can already, the notes are singing a lot more than when it had the silver. Where is it at? I think I did something with, oh, here it is. Blah, 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 blah. So this thing sings so much more than this. This was kind of like muffling the notes, if you will. Excuse me. But I mean, this feels just like zinc. It doesn't feel like silver or anything like that compared to where the brass block does. And but I mean, it's a lot better than the crap that you would find in, like, I'm not trashing Ibanez, but stuff you'd find like Ibanez, or the 20, 30 years ago you'd find in like the Jacksons or stuff like that. But a huge upgrade, the fact that they're actually adding Floyd Rose stuff to it. But you know, I'm gonna add this to a guitar I build and all that fun stuff. So I mean, it's nice that they're actually doing stuff instead of going, here's $700 and here's a bunch of garbage crap that we're gonna add. So I recommend going with Jackson if you're going to go the Floyd Rose route and all that, because if they're adding Floyd Rose parts and all you want to do is add your own Floyd Rose trem parts and all that, I say go Jackson. I mean, because I have an array of a whole bunch of different guitars, and the ones that haven't failed me is the Jackson, obviously the Jackson, the Ibanez, my John Petrucci, and my Grote, which is funny because it's $100 guitar, and now my new 8-string. Every other guitar I've had has failed me miserably. So, but that's what happens when you're a tech. You find out the guitars that people say fail you don't, and the ones that say they won't fail you miserably. But alrighty, I appreciate everyone that made this first kind of rocky a little bit episode go pretty well, I think. And I want to thank Mr. Blur for subbing and making it fun to actually talk to someone about almost like 40 minutes into this, or after the last 40 minutes. I'm going to be doing another one of these tomorrow, and it's going to be the sound test of the Groat. So if you're interested in hearing what the Groat sounds like, check in tomorrow, probably about noon Arizona time, because I'm in Arizona. So if you want to check it out and hear probably about a not as long as this. Will probably be about a 20 or 30-minute video, maybe a little bit longer. And then I'm going to do the H string tomorrow as well too. So probably an hour's worth of music. Uh, so yeah, tomorrow the Groat sound test live and the H string live sound test. And then I'm going to do these live things once a week, once or twice a week, so I don't have to keep making videos that worried if people are going to watch them or not. Then I can just see people are watching the live thing. So all right, everyone. I hope you guys had a great Turkey Day. I hope you guys are having a great weekend. Stay safe. Have fun. Don't do anything I want to do or do things I would do. I don't know. All right, you guys have fun. Take care. Thanks for stopping by and giving us a try. Later.